10 toes behind Jesus. 10 toes behind Jesus. 10 toes behind Jesus. I started 10 toes. You know how it go. Used to have waves, now I wear a big nappy fro. Then I fell down. Couldn't believe it until I stood up 10 toes behind Jesus.
What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode on 10 Toes Behind Jesus podcast. It's Ridley, and I'm so happy you guys are here. Also, happy Thanksgiving. So, I know we post every Monday, and we're going to continue to post every Monday, 8 a.m., but I wanted to do a special Thanksgiving podcast just to talk about how good God is. That's always the topic of all of our podcasts. But just to talk about Thanksgiving and having a thankful heart, grateful heart, and how those are the things that you need in order to go further in this life, to enjoy this life, and to receive more. I've learned that God will not bless you with more if you're not already grateful and thankful for what you already have. Because what you already have is indeed a blessing. And what you already have is indeed way more than you used to have. I can guarantee it. So, plug real quick. Check out 10toesbehindjesus.com. So I'm wearing a crew neck. This one is this one was a sample for sure, but I was testing to see if the 10 Toes Behind Jesus would show up on this cream color, and it doesn't. I mean, in person you can see like the gray 10 Toes Behind Jesus, but I just want to sample it and see. But I am ordering some more crew necks with brown 10 Toes Behind Jesus stitching, if that's the right word for it. But I'm super excited about that. You all definitely check out the website, cop something. All proceeds go to the upbuilding of God's kingdom. And let's get that going. I've received so much support from so many people so far, and I just want to say thank you guys. This is the purpose God has given me, and I'm 10 toes behind it. So let's get into the podcast. So it's Thanksgiving. Before you guys, dig into the turkey, pull up to grandma's house, just take a step back and think about this whole entire year and think about where you're at right now. So we have, a month until the end of the year, and we're going into a whole new year. And for me, when I thought about that, I realized I have so much to be thankful for, especially looking from a year from today. I was, I was, I was in, I guess, mentally the same place. I was being thankful for what I have and what I had at the time, even though I knew I was nowhere close to where I wanted to be. So that would always trigger back in my mind, like, I'm trying to be grateful. I'm trying to be thankful that, like I have a place to stay and I have God. Those were like the only two things at the time. But, I have God and I have a place to stay. Like I'm staying with my parents. They don't ask me for rent money or anything. So I'm like, I'm blessed. I'm grateful. I'm thankful. And then those thoughts will creep in like, but like you're not doing anything right now. You're nowhere where you thought you would be. Look, you don't even know where you thought you would be, but you did think you would be here. So that's how I was at this exact moment last year. And God kept giving me a glimpse of hope, and he kept sending those reminders that, I got you. It's going to be good. Just, be thankful, be grateful for what you have. And God also was telling me, like, I'm letting you rest right now because when you come out of this season, you're going to be on the go. And I can tell you that this year, that is 100% the truth. Last year, I would wake up, I wasn't working, I was on my own schedule, I was sleeping in, I would go and coach in the evenings, but that was pretty much it. I was kind of just like waiting on God, like, well, I know this isn't it, but you haven't led me anywhere else, so I was like, I'm gonna be patient now, I'm trusting you, but after, I would be getting frustrated from time to time, and I was just him saying, like, look, enjoy this, because when this season's over, you're going to wish you had some rest. And it really leads me to where I'm at now. But just looking back, and I am so thankful and grateful. I am here. I'm in this position. It's been about 6 weeks since the launch of 10 Toes Behind Jesus podcast. And although I haven't even like fully launched the business, because I'm trying to wait for some more of these shirts to come in, because a lot of people are asking me for the black tie-dye 10 Toes Behind Jesus shirt. So I'm trying to like wait a little bit and just kind of, word of mouth and, have the Instagram page running. So I'm just kind of chill a bit. But it's been around the same month that I started this business. And this week I found myself being a little down because I have basically a busy December coming up, and to try to prepare for the next year, so many things are changing in my life in good ways, but it's just causing me a little bit of stress and trying to figure some stuff out. And I'm like, wait, hold on. Why are you trying to rush into the next little thing? Like, let's just sit and think about right now what's in front of us. Like, not even what's in front of us, like what's in the present. I am so happy and overjoyed that God gave me this gift and this purpose to do this, because it's really like a dream come true. I remember the week before I launched the podcast, we had a prayer revival week, and it was perfect timing, because that whole week I was praying, fasting, like full consecration, like. And I just remember towards the end of the week, I started getting kind of nervous about launching a podcast, because, I'm a people person. I'm not really shy, but, I know what all comes with putting yourself out there, like full authenticity. And especially when you're talking about God, everyone has an opinion. But it's like, only when it's about God. When it's about anything else, it's like, who cares? But, you talk about God, everybody has an opinion. Positive, negative, people, whatever. So I just was praying to God, like, God, please don't let me be disappointed. And at that time, I don't even know what that would have looked like. Like, me being disappointed, would that be if, like, no one tuned in the podcast, or like no one liked the video I was gonna post, or someone saying something negative or to me, or telling me, oh, this is a bad idea. Like, I didn't even know what disappointment looked like. I just didn't want to be disappointed. So I was like, God, whatever. I mean, whatever, let your will be done. But please do not let me be disappointed, because that would have been very discouraging. And I knew that probably could have caused, a domino effect on this podcast. So I prayed that, and the Monday came after prayer revival week, and early. So the podcast dropped at 8. I think I made the announcement at 9 a.m. and probably like 30 minutes after that, I already knew. I was like, if nothing else, if I don't get another comment, if no one else texts me about it or anything, I am already like, I'm happy. There's nothing that could disappoint this day in this moment. And so I was like, that was a very much like turnaround answered prayer. Like, do you all ever think about that? Think about all the prayers God has answered. You don't think about it. You just praying for the next thing. Like, okay, God, I pray this goes well. And then it's like, God, I pray I get this. But it's like, you didn't even realize that God made that situation go well. You're already moving on to the next thing. So, I'm going to come in here and talk about that. Being thankful, being grateful. My pastor said Sunday, it's not Thanksgiving, it's ThanksLIVIng. So you want to live your life full of thankfulness, full of gratefulness. And I truly believe like that is the key to life, being thankful and being grateful. I need to know the like definition between the thankfulness and gratefulness, because I kind of like have them being the same thing. Maybe they are, maybe they aren't. I don't know, but I have in my head they're the same thing. But I truly think that is the key to life, is being grateful for what you have. Because although it may not be like what your goal is, it's still better than where you were before, and that is something to be grateful about. Even if it's just a little bit better, that's still something to be grateful about, because you'd rather be here than there. And then you're like, oh, but it would be even better if I was here. And it's like, don't worry about that. The goodness of it is you still have time to get there, but just be thankful right now you're not where you used to be. So, I hope you guys have a blessed day. Enjoy the family. I am actually away from my family. I've been away all week. Just because what I was telling you guys earlier, I have like a busy December coming up. I'm trying to like transition between, you know, I don't want to give too much detail because I want to make sure everything gets secured and things like that. But yeah, my family's spending the week in Florida, and my little brother playing the first half of the week, and then my older brother is playing the Sunday, all in Florida. So I'm like, that's like super cool. That lined up like that. But I just knew how busy my life is. This is probably the only week I'll have to kind of chill and get some things done, get ahead of the game in a way, especially for the month of December and the plans I have for next year. I'm not going to be getting no breaks then either. So just the idea of knowing I'm about to leave for a week, it was really stressing me out because I was trying to think of everything like I got to do and get done, and then like, oh, I'm behind here. So I was like, you know what, let me just take a week off. And although I'm a bit sad, I'm more sad that I'm like missing my little brother's games because I love watching him play, and I don't get to see him play that often. So knowing he has like 3 games like back to back to back, and I'm like, it kind of sucks. But maybe he was playing at the end of the week, I would have time to like. But I had like 2.5 seconds to decide like if I was going to go or not because the game is whatever. But yeah. But a cool thing that came across my mind though with me being away from my family, I'm not alone, and I'll never be alone because I always got God at the end of the day. You know, people fail you, you got God. But you know, I have such like, my church family is like the best. Like I don't even know where like to describe how, you know, good and kind they are. And so someone invited me. Well, actually, my friend invited me to his family's Thanksgiving. So will not be alone. And before then, I was just gonna spend it with another one of my friends from church that is from California, but she's in school, so going for like a couple days coming back just wouldn't be worth the trip. So me and her, we're gonna just spend it together. Now we still are, but we're gonna be going to my friend's family. So it's gonna work out. It's gonna be awesome. But in church the other day, I was thinking about all of the people who just don't have a family. Like I have a family, and I'm grateful and thankful for that. I'm spending this week alone from them, but it's some people that is the normal for them, you know? And I was sitting back, and I was still in the phase of like, you know, I could force this trip and go last minute, but I was like, you know what? I don't want to do that. Like, let me spend this week and feel all the feelings, and know that this is the reality of some people's life, you know? And it'll kind of, and I know it'll give me that kind of like understanding that, okay, I can see your point of view, because I never could see anyone's point of view from that. You know, I would sympathize with them and be like, you know, I'm sorry to hear that. I know it can be tough. I know it can be hard, but to actually experience it to just a point of view, just like for point of view reasons, I don't think that'll be a bad thing. So things are working out, and to God be the glory. None of this would be possible without Him, and even just the mindset. None of this would be possible without Him. You know, it's a lot of people whose minds aren't all the way there. So, like I said, gratitude is the attitude. That was a topic or a title. What is it called when a preacher gives the title? Yeah, I think title of the sermon my pastor also did. This was a while back, but gratitude is the attitude. So, I tell people this, and I kind of am being funny, but I'm kind of for real. But I tell them, I'm like, y'all, I know the secret to life. Like, I know the key to life. I'm for real. And they're like, what is it? And I'm like, God and being grateful. Like, you have those two things. Like, you've won. Like, you literally have like all the tools and keys you need. Simple. It's not simple, but it's, in a way, it's simple. It's simple. But yeah, that's all I want to get on here and talk to you guys about. Sending much love and blessings your way. I hope everyone's good. I hope you're good. I hope the family's good. I hope your dinner is not disappointing. And how do you all feel about posting your plates? I know, like, years ago, everyone would post plates. Then all of a sudden, people were like, if you post a plate, I'm unfollowing you. And I was like, wait, what? I still post my plates. Don't care. But yeah, love you guys. Don't forget to cop some 10 Toes Behind Jesus merch. Yeah, and that's the end of this podcast. I'll see you guys Monday. Bye.